One moment. One moment. Right. Thank you, Ibu Yanti, for Ibu Ira Yanti, for the warm welcome, and also one moment I can't see the I can't see. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I can now see the screen sharing. Would you be able to view my screen sharing?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm not sure what am I doing. Okay, all right. I can't see the faces of everyone, but I hope that is okay. Again, selamat pagi kepada semua. A very good morning to all. My name is William. You can just call me William whenever you have any questions or any topical discussions that you would like to ask. Feel free to put in the chat. William will be happy to discuss further, to explore with you, and hopefully to provide some insights and a different perspective from the publisher. First of all, I am very thankful to be honored to have been invited to join the Industrial Expert Weeks. I understand this is a long week, 1 week itself. I hope everyone is still energetic, still energetic. Luckily, my session is in the morning session, so hopefully everyone is awake right now. So without further ado, before I start with my presentations, I also want to do a little bit of promotion. For any masters students or any students or even academics that on the marketing perspective. Last week, we just had the tourism review webinar, and next week we're going to have the Journal of Consumer Marketing. If any students, any academics or lecturers are in the field, in the research area of consumer behavior, behavioral studies, marketing studies, I would like to welcome you all to join next Friday. That will be in the Malaysia time, 10 o'clock until 12. Indonesia, that would be 11 a.m. Next Friday. We are honored to have Professor Neil Dust, the co-editor, the editor-in-chief of JCM, Journal Consumer Marketing, and also Dr. Eugene Au from Malaysia. He's the associate editor for this particular journal. So that's just a quick introductions about this. And I wanted to also start with what happens in the recent month. In the recent month, I am pleased. I am fortunate enough to be invited in many events, conference, workshops. Last week, I was with the University Putra Malaysia, one of the top public university in Malaysia, and the first business school that Triple Crown accredited. So that was one of the webinar. I also invited to join this, which is the Smart Strategy for Smart Nations by National University of Malaysia. Kalau bahasa tu kita panggil Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. That was last week or last 2 weeks ago, where we have Professor Christian Ringo, a top researchers in the world. He's the founder and he's also the creator for PLS 4 Smart PLS. He's expert on PLS SEM, structural equation and modeling. So you can see over here, I was also invited to an Emerald session to talk about ethics and AI. So now why I started with this is actually because I am grateful to Telcom that able to that can invite me to talk about the same thing, which is ethics and AI. Ethics and AI too. right now you are looking at the presentation slides of mine here. I hope you can see that. So ethics and AI would be some guidelines. Today's sessions is more on understanding the guideline. It is not so much about how to write, how to publish, but I do welcome all questions regarding about publications, how to write, how to prepare your manuscript and your abstract. However, my presentation today is not talking about publications. It's more on the ethical guidelines and more on the how do we use AI. Yeah, how do we use AI? For the event itself, we wanted to invite our colleague from UK, but due to the time zone and also the time itself, the budget itself, we are not able to. And because of that, I'm going to play a short video right now, just a short one, about 7 minutes, where you will be hearing from Dr. Hannah Smith. She is our Emerald Research Integrity Manager. There are 3 questions that William asked her about, and I hope you can learn more from her sharing. A very short video. I'm going to play a video right now. If you can put in the chat if you are able to hear the audio, yeah, because I hope you can hear the audio. I'm going to start the video right now. Are you able to hear the video?
Yes.
Yes, all right, that's good. So Dr. Hannah Smith, she is a science PhD graduate from the BioCell research. So right now she is the research integrity manager from Emerald Publishing. Do you enjoy the short video? We're going to discuss this after my presentation.
Hi, William. Thank you so much for inviting me to talk about research integrity with Emerald Review. I've been working in the field of research integrity for 3 years now, and I've been with Emerald for the last year. And I used to be a researcher myself before that, so I have been on both sides of publishing. My current role as Research Integrity Manager at Emerald is very focused on investigating instances of unethical behaviour, both in our published work and in ongoing papers in review and amongst our editorial boards. If something goes wrong, it's my job to investigate that. And we do this because we want to make sure that our books and our journals have very high ethical standards. So we're constantly looking to improve these processes. And again, that's kind of my job. I investigate and then we go, okay, what can we learn from this? How do we improve? And by doing this, we're safeguarding our content and we're making sure that our readers can just trust Emerald to provide them with only the highest quality journals and books. So at Emerald, we're really committed to being at the cutting edge of new research integrity developments. It's a very constantly changing field. So with that in mind, we're investing in new technologies that give us better tools to tackle common research integrity issues. For example, at the moment, we're very heavily involved with testing new products that can screen papers at submission for integrity issues before they even hit peer review properly. The goal here is to catch potentially problematic articles before they hit peer review so we can assist our editors in making decisions and handling their difficult workload. But we can also work with our authors to make sure that they understand what needs to be improved, or if it is a case of just severe misconduct, that our editors feel confident in rejecting that article. So hand in hand with this, we're always working with our editors, our authors, our reviewers to focus on training them in research integrity issues so that they're very prepared for the peer review process. as I said before, we're looking to improve our processes, and we strive to keep our community involved and informed of new policy updates and give them opportunities for personal growth, development and training. Because we're such a small publisher, that comes with a lot of risks, but it also means that we can work very closely with our community, and we can make sure that they're always involved and they're confident in safeguarding our content. And it also allows us to really tailor our policies to our journal's needs. For example, we've launched some journals on artificial intelligence, and that requires us to make sure that our AI policies are very clear and that our authors are fully equipped to make the most of their research while still following best practice when it comes to AI usage. So I think, as all researchers are well aware, the pressure to publish and advance careers is so high, and publication is often required for career advancement. And there are a lot of people out there that will take advantage of the desperate or sometimes just inexperienced and young researchers. There's a lot of services out there that will offer you completely fraudulent research. They will offer to help fast track peer review so that your article is guaranteed publication. Or they'll offer, an article that you had no part of, and they'll say, we'll put your name on it. These are often scams. You are at a high risk of losing a lot of money if you take part in these. But also, even if it's not technically a scam, if you get caught, that can lead to a retraction of the article, which will very negatively affect future career prospects. We've seen a huge rise in these kinds of scams, and that has led to an increase in retractions. And I think the bottom line with these kind of scams is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Please, So for new researchers, I have two bits of advice, really. The first is to make sure that you are familiar with a publisher's policies before you submit to them. Every publisher will have a policies page which outlines the rules and regulations around things like AI usage, what is and isn't allowed. AI is such a new topic, so different publishers are very quickly putting out different rules. Make sure that you understand them so that you can make sure that your article adheres to them, which will prevent running into problems during the submission or the review process. At Emerald, we've made our AI policy really clear. We have a table of what you can and cannot do. So we want to make sure that our authors are super confident in submitting to us and they're not breaking the rules there. And then the second bit of advice I would give to a young researcher is back everything up. Keep all of your data. No matter how long it's been, make sure you have copies of your data even after an article is published. It is very common for someone to come along and read your article maybe months or even years after it's been published. They might find a mistake, whether on purpose or, it could just be an accident. And if we contact you and say, hey, can you clarify this? Can you send us your data so we can look into this? And you aren't able to give us that information, it can bring your article into question, and then we may have to investigate further. So make sure that you have all of your data ready just in case someone comes along and finds something that isn't quite right. And alongside that, also make sure you document who exactly has been involved in the research process, who was involved in the writing, who was involved in the collecting of data. If you have a record of this, it can avoid messy authorship disputes down the line. If someone's claiming they were involved and maybe they weren't, make sure you have a record of everybody's contribution to the work. And that would be my two pieces of advice.
That's the short video. That is a short video from Hannah. If it's on the physical event, right now, I'm surely going to ask your thoughts about it. I'm not sure, can we actually do that? Or probably we can do that after my presentation. If I may, I would like to invite students, academics, and lecturers to write in your thoughts about the video. What are the advice given from Hannah. And if you have any question about it, because I'm going to ask a few questions specifically from Hannah, from Hannah video. Right. Before we go into the Q&A sessions, I'd like to go into the AI. Now, AI is a big thing, and because of AI, I get invited to talk on this. So kita nak tahu what is AI, how can we use AI in our manuscript, in our research, and so and so. One quick questions to all that you will see from my slides here. A quick one, if you can put it in the chat, or if you want to raise your audio, silakan Pak dengan Bu semua. If you want to voice out, I'm happy to hear from you. My first question is that does anyone remember when or which year was the first article published with ChatGPT as author? Do anyone remember, which article published with ChatGPT as co-author, as author? Does anyone knows or would like to make a guess? Any students currently on the Google? No? Right? I think too early for our sessions. I jumped straight to the answer, So it was in 2022, So this editorial note, it's not a research article, but it's an editorial article by editor-in-chief. It was published in Nurse Education in Practice. In December 2022, it was published in the issue of January 2023. The editorial title is called Open Artificial Intelligence Platforms in Nursing Education. Is it a tool for academic progress or is it an abuse? So it was written and published by the editor, Sipnot O'Connor, and also his co-author, ChatGPT. So this was the first one. When this article was first published, it basically went viral, and it just became the perfect storm. Now, why it is a perfect storm? Because everybody is talking about it, not just from the nursing academics, but also from the editorial team, from all journals, editorial team, the reviewers, the authors, even publishers are talking about this. Can we accept AI to be co-author in our paper? So that was what all the people is talking about, discussing about, and also some have given their good thoughts, some have always opposed this particular idea. So that was the first question. My second question is, if you indulge me, if you can just make a guess. Since 2022 or 2023 January until right now, sekarang ni kita dah masuk tahun 2025 2025. How many papers so far published with ChatGPT as author, and those papers are in Scopus? Allow me to repeat my questions. Can you guess how many paper has published so far with ChatGPT as co-author in Scopus database? How many are they? So this is 2022. Now we are in 2025. How many papers has published with ChatGPT as co-author?
Anybody?
1,000. Yeah.
1,000?
Okay. Yeah. That's 100, 1,000. Yeah, that's okay. We don't just not semak here. Is my English okay? Not too fast kan? Not too fast here. Kalau nak bagi bahasa pun boleh. Tapi I takut they are foreign student. So sometimes I would put in English or mixed. So yeah, 1,100, maybe 80% of what? Maybe 2,000. 1665 yang ni memang specific ya, very specific. 14, close to 14. As a matter of fact, the answer is only ChatGPT said 14, yes. The answer is only 3. Only 3, The answer is only 3. This is a classic example. ChatGPT is not always correct. Please be reminded in the research and also in publications why we say ChatGPT may mislead. It's actually because of this. ChatGPT say 14. Probably it is correct in some way, but in the Scopus database, it is only 3. Only 3. So when I first started to do this research, I asked myself a question. Wow, this paper was published in 2022, and I am also a ChatGPT user. I'm very sure a lot of people will be using ChatGPT. I am very, very sure. A lot of my networks, a lot of our friends in academic are using ChatGPT. So I wonder how many people has published with ChatGPT. When I go to Scopus, when I found out that there are only 3, I cannot believe my eye. I cannot believe myself here. Kenapa 3 sahaja? Why is only 3? And some violin and and also Inaya Tila saying ChatGPT said 14. So that is actually where I went into Google Scholar. And I searched. In Google Scholar, we may find more than 3. In fact, there are more than 10 articles where ChatGPT are listed as co-author in Google Scholar, but they are not indexed in Scopus. Those articles or those journals are not indexed in Scopus. In Scopus, there are only 3. So when I come into this data, so simple data and simple research here, just a very simple research and hypothesis. Why? Why so little? So from there, when I read more, I found out that very quickly when the article was released, a lot of community are debating about the ethical aspect. Can we allow AI to be a co-author? So from there on, so this is one of this body, which is called COPE. You do not need to remember, but if you are from the senior level, or if you are from the editorial journal team in Telcom or in other journals, please be reminded COPE is important. COPE stands for Committee on Publication Ethics. It is a non-profit. It is more on an association type. It's not governed by any law and it's not governed by any publisher. It is a group of publication experts that debate, discuss about ethical, the research ethics, the integrity, the peer review, the AI. So in COPE very quickly after the incident itself, COPE very quickly come out with their first draft. This is not the first draft. This has been revised along the years. But for me, I'm not sure about Pak dan Bu semua here. For me, I don't like to read too many words. So because of that, I have put into color. Color coding. Simple bagi kita to read. In the morning, we don't need to read so many words. We just read the red and the blue. What is red? What is blue? Red simply means something that, conflicting, something that cannot. Blues, which means something that, it can be applied, is permitted. So COPE mainly say AI cannot be listed as co-authored. Why? Why we cannot list AI such as ChatGPT, Gemini, what else? DeepSeek, Copilot, cannot. Because AI cannot take responsibility. They are not responsible for anything at all. They cannot declare any consents. They cannot declare any conflict of interest. They cannot have any copyright or licensing issue because of a simple reason. So AI will not be listed. And because of this, very quickly, all index journal will not accept AI as co-author. So that is the reason why, only 3. So because of that, all index journal cannot accept ChatGPT or any AI tools as the co-author. However, being an AI tool should be doing what a tool should be using. It is quite weird in a way to transform a tool into a co-author. So AI tool for me, in a William perspective, it is a tool to help human. So AI tool can be used, and where can we use it, and how can we use it must be informed, must be written properly. So this is by COPE. Once COPEs have disclosed their guideline, publisher around the world will use this guideline and come up with their own guideline. Elsevier, Science Direct, Taylor and Francis, Springer Nature, Emerald, Sage, we all come up with our own guideline using COPE here, So in Emerald, so this is Emerald policy on AI. Same thing, many words we don't want to read. Let's go into red and blue. So you may find this policy are very similar with Science Direct, with Elsevier, with Taylor and Francis, with Springer Nature, with Emerald. But there are some small difference here and there. Because of this small difference, I would like to ask all the authors, students, lecturers, researchers to at least read one time. Just read one time, that will do. You will get the logical idea, what is needed, what can be used, what cannot be used, and the most important, where should we inform, where should we write the usage of AI. So in Emerald, we will say that if you're using any AI tool, you will need to be clearly and transparently and flag mentioned in the methods and acknowledgement. Before this policy, William in Malaysia, Indonesia, when I give a talk, a lot of people ask William, can I write, I use ChatGPT in my cover letter? Can I put it in my abstract? Can I put it in my, everywhere? Then I said, according to the policy, if you are using any AI or any software, you would need to mention the name of the AI or name of the software, what version, and where and how you use it. So best to mention that in the methods sections, which is chapter number 3, right? Section number 3, chapter number 3. If not, also in the acknowledgement, if you are using that to improve the grammar and spelling mistake. To give example, let's say I'm using PLS, Smart PLS 4.0 for my research about about foresee, about predictions. I wanted to predict about the behavior of tourism visits in Bandung, example. After I gathered about 2,000 data, then I'm using Smart PLS 4.0 to do these particular predictions. So in the methods, obviously, in the methods, I'll be mentioning about the Smart PLS and the version 4.0 and how I'm using the Smart PLS to find my end result, my end data result, the significance results and so. So that is a clear example. If I'm using a ChatGPT to correct my grammar mistakes, so I can ignore, I can just I do not necessarily need to put in methods. I can just put in the cover letter or in the acknowledgement to say thank you. In the acknowledgement, I would be saying, I'm also using ChatGPT currently at the version 5 Infinity right now to help me improve my grammar and my flow, my writing flow mistakes. Sorry, my writing flows grammar mistakes in the chapter number say 1 or chapter number 5. If you can be more precise, please do so. If not, just as a general, that would do. Hopefully, I give you an idea how to actually write that on. Yeah. Again, in Emerald, we are following COPE. We also say that any LLM, large language model, such as ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, cannot be credited or recognized as being a co-author. We cannot. We have followed the COPE rules as well. Another one rules I think I've also mentioned at the back of it, which is on the picture. Bear with me, I'll come to the picture later. Have anyone has submitted to Emerald before? If no, welcome everyone to submit to Emerald Journal. Emerald Journal is free to publish. You do not need to pay APC to publish with Emerald. Emerald Hybrid Journal and also Emerald Platinum Open Access Journal. You do not need to pay to publish. Unfortunately, the acceptance rate is very low. It's quite difficult to get published in Emerald Journal as well. But 85% of Emerald Journal is in Scopus Q1 and Q2. It's very, very high standard. So in our submission portal, I don't need to go through all this with you. I just wanted to bring your attentions on the step 5. In the step 5, you may find a box that asks you to read. This box does not mean anything. This box just asks you to read and confirm that you have read. So this box, if I may read, says that please confirm that the manuscript either created by author or created by AI. It's not important at all. But if there's AI or any LLM tools has been used to generate any portion of the research of the manuscript, you must mention in the methods and acknowledgement. So you will need to tick. Now, tick this box does not mean you have used AI. Tick this box does not mean you are not using AI. No. By ticking this box, it only means we want you to read and to understand. And if you use any of AI or any software, you need to mention in methods and acknowledgement. Basically, this is what the box means. We just wanted to repeat to you that if you use it, please mention in methods. So this is what the box means. There are many use case examples. Over here, I will not go through all. I think I've shared my PowerPoint slides PDF with the conference, Ibu Ajeng. I also want to thank you to Ibu Ajeng, the chairpersons, to invite William. Thank you, Boo. So in my PowerPoint or in my PDF, you may find every of my slides will have the link. If you would like to further read, I welcome you all to click on the link to further read that. Or if anyone would like to cross-check William's work, I really appreciate that. Because sometimes we need somebody to check if you're doing the correct one, if you're talking the correct meaning and so if you wanted to cross-check my work or if you want to further read it, so you may find most of 90% of my slide will have the hyperlink. So I wanted to quickly go to this images first, because just now I just touched about image. I'll go back to that later. Now, image is a gray area. In Emerald, most of Emerald Journal, I think all of Emerald Journal currently accept image that created by AI. Now, you must be very careful on this here. Image created by AI that talks about, that describe, that illustrates about the diagrams, teaching illustrations, conceptuals, process flow diagrams. All these are okay. However, if you are using original graphics and you re-render it, you re-edit using AI, that are not allowed. That is not allowed here. Example, re-rendering and rendering artistics, cover art, design images that has been created, and these are not permitted. Yeah, these are not permitted. So be careful on using how you use the AI. The reason is because we do not want to breach any plagiarism. If you still unsure what William is talking about, I give an example. Anyone knows Mona Lisa painting, right? Mona Lisa, I think everybody knows. So Mona Lisa painting, original. If you're using you're using Canva AI to re-render Mona Lisa into Indonesia context. You edit Mona Lisa painting, into not the original one, and you use it in your manuscript. That one cannot. That is mainly called plagiarisms, or misleading or something, because you are using the modifications of that images or figures, that is, will breach the policy. So I just quickly want to come into here. The last thing that I wanted to say about is, if you have published in Springer or Springer Nature or any other publisher, please check the journal guideline. So far, if I understand, Springer Nature does not accept image that created by AI. They do not, yeah. So some journal accept, some journal does not accept. So you have to, if you are creating images using AI, so you have to check the guideline accordingly. So in Emerald, we do accept it in the context of, in this particular context, and it does not breach the plagiarism. Some journals out there does not accept at all. So you have to be careful on this. Coming back to this part here. Now, this is a very important part that I would like to explain in detail. All in all, you can read my PowerPoint later, but all in all, I would like to introduce to you two terminology. Only two. In this morning, there's only two that you would like to understand. Yeah, copywriting, copy editing. Only these two. Copywriting, copy editing. What is copywriting? What is copy editing? Copywriting means the process of creating, drafting, writing small part, partial, or of the content using the AI tools. All of these are not allowed. Yeah, all of these are not allowed. If I give example, let's say we are doing chapter number 1, introductions, where we talk about the statements, the problems, and we also talk about the data worldwide to support our claim. Yeah. So when you're writing that, then something you say, oh no, I do not know how to write the connections. How does it important So, dear ChatGPT, this is my tentative things. Can you help me to write what is the connection of my research to the community, to the world itself? So for that particular reason, no. Because you are asking ChatGPT to write for you. So that is no, yeah? That is no. Copy editing, on another hand, it is allowed. Now, what is copy editing? Which means it's editing of the word, yeah? Editing, formatting, modifying, refining, parts or the partial of your work. Why? Because it's to improve the structure, the clarity, the grammar mistakes. So all these are okay. Unfortunately, we are all in the education industry. We are very smart. So we always wanted to debate in the gray area. I always got a lot of this question. William, can I use ChatGPT to proofread my whole manuscript? Yeah. So normally my answer is no. My answer would be a no for it. I'll leave the decisions to the author or the authors. But I will explain why no. Reason why is because it is you don't need to proofread all the sessions. If I give example, do you need to proofread your methods or your results part? Results parts are basically based on the empirical data where you explain it. And it's not a discussion yet, but it's explaining about the use of the methods or the tables or the formulas and how it derived from and so. So that particular part does not require proofread unless the English is very terrible. Very terrible. But what I'm trying to say is that theoretically or practically, in the sense, having proofread the whole manuscript is not entirely a good thing. Proofreading by selections or to improve the structure on the grammar mistakes on introductions or literature review would be much better than proofreading the whole one. So that is basically my points over here. So copywriting, copy editing, these are the two terminology that I would like to introduce to you today. Very simple to understand, and for here, then we can talk more about it. So another question that many people discuss and ask about: should we use AI? Can we use AI? AI is here to stay. Why we can't use AI? My stand is that William is a ChatGPT user. I also like AI. I think AI is the future. AI is here to stay. No matter what we do, we can't run away. So instead of that, it is on how we use it. In example, in Emerald, we always use this particular word. How we use responsibly, transparently, and accountability. Why? Is because ChatGPT is not only the new technology. Believe me when I say this, technology improve so fast. There will be a technology to cross-check ChatGPT later. There will be technology or software that help publisher to identify is this AI written or not. It is not now, but it would be in the future. What happened? Publisher have that software in next year or next 2 years. Your paper published will be retracted. Your paper published will be risk retractions or risk, a lot of this issue later on. So with that, be responsible, use in the way that allowed, use in the way that accountable, that can help in your research and in your manuscript. Not using AI to replace you, not to replace. Yeah, basically that is my point on this. And more about copywritings, which is not permitted. Copywriting that is not permitted. More and more, yeah, it's not just about asking ChatGPT to write for us. No. Do you know that the current trend of retraction right now is data issue. 5, maybe 10 years ago, probably 10 years ago, we do not hear, we do see, but it is not a trending issue where we see data is an issue. Older researchers are more ethical, yeah. They do not lie, they do not manipulate. They do for some, but majority of the people do not do that. I'm not saying more people are doing it right now. No. What I'm trying to say is that using AI either directly or indirectly is generating, is manipulating, is actually changing your data to fit your hypothesis. And that is a big thing. That is a big thing. Either you knowingly or you consciously using that to manipulate the data reportings, even the result itself, the raw data and the results are totally different. Totally different. When I see that, right, I also surprised. The formula, the table, and the result, the discussion, sometimes I say, what is this paper talking about? So we are not sure, is it intentional, written by the author, or was it a result of a proofreading by AI? We just do not know what happens over there. So, but this incidentally have created a lot of data integrity issue. Data integrity issue. One of the point that Hannah in the video earlier, one of the point Hannah mentioned, please back up your data. Please back up your data as long as possible. If you have, if you can recall that, or maybe I can play the video at the end of these sessions. Yeah, if you recall what she said, please back up your data. Because it is very, very common, people asking for raw data. In my career, it happens a few times already. Where Malaysia, the case in Malaysia is that the papers were published 2 years. After 2 years, somebody complained about that paper, and the journal editor asked the author for the data. Coincidentally, I know the author. The author reached out to me, hey, William, the editor-in-chief asked me for the data. But the problem is that my laptop was having a technical issue and it was formatted. You cannot retrieve formatted. It said that at that particular time, I cannot believe you. That particular time I said, really or not? You did not back up your data, man. I mean, then he said, the data was collected by another co-author person. So, and the other person do not have, all the data that they discuss at the end of it. It's all in my laptop, and it was formatted. How? I said, I also do not know how. So that is actual thing, and I believe him because he's a friend. He's a good friend. I believe him, and at the end of it, he made a police report in Malaysia. He went to police, make a police report to declare that his laptop was formatted, having issue formatted, and the data was lost, and he found attach that police reports to the journal editorial team for them to investigate further. That was really something. So, but we will come to that discussion later. Just wanted to, I think we have covered this as well on the image, and also the AI editing. So, editing is very straightforward. It's about improve the language and about improve the grammar and spelling mistake. Unfortunately, please do not use AI or ChatGPT as your reference. If you may, I would like to welcome anyone to practice or to do this, to try this out. The reference provided by ChatGPT is not always correct. As a matter of fact, I have encountered a lot of references are fake. If not, we do not know where those references come from. It's not from the scholarly. It's not from the publisher. It's not from the journal, not from the publisher reference. It could be from, I do not know, from any reports or any blogs or any discussions, forums, and use it as a reference. And by God, we say we can't use that because it is not peer reviewed. It is not scholarly written. It is not research intentioned. And all these reference just basically either inaccurate or misinformed and so on and so. So if you wanted to use ChatGPT, their result and their sources as a reference, please double, triple, cross-check that. Do that. I did that. I found that it's not helping me for the reference side. I've no longer used it. For that side. That is my experience. Probably they have improved. Technology could be improved. But in this particular way, please be reminded, do not use it as a reference. Right. So this is the one that I'm going to briefly mention because I want you to go to this website and read it on your own. But this is a very simple table. It's called AI usage table. What can be used? What cannot be used? Example, abstract creations. Can we use ChatGPT to help us to create the abstract? Obviously, no, obviously cannot. But can we use ChatGPT to improve our abstract proofreading? So yes, to improve, to refine, to correct, to format the grammar mistakes, that is okay. Very, very simple usage table that includes from the abstract, introductions, methodology, literature review, and so. I still remember, I wanted to talk about this. I still remember when I was in Bandung, Indonesia, last 2 months ago, Pajajaran, where we had a talk. One of the physical participants, dia tanya William, question dia ialah, William, can we use ChatGPT to create research questions, research gap, research idea? I was puzzled for a while. In my mind, my first answer is no. But after that, I think about it further. It say that, hey, what is the difference, if we are using ChatGPT and we are using Google? Before ChatGPT, we are Google literate. We ask Google anything, even literature or even research question. For me, I will also do that. Right now, I just changed platform from Google to ChatGPT. So, and now now the guidelines say cannot. Now can. So in my heart, in my mind, I know the answer is no. But in my mind, dalam hati William, I said, how come cannot? How come cannot? Right? So that is it. However, in my formal answer, if this is a recorded session, my formal answer in Emerald guideline, it is not permitted to use any AI to create hypotheses or to create any research gap or research questions. The reason why is actually because they might lead to biasness. They might also lead to the subject matter expert. If you student of PhD normally will be given the title, right? The research questions. If you are the subject matter expert, if you are learning for your PhD, it is a journey, it is a practice, it is building your knowledge to know what research questions it should be. Informally, I say that you may ask ChatGPT to double confirm your idea, but you should not be using ChatGPT as your first source. Being a PhD student, I would, we would need to think more. Unfortunately, we need to read more as well. There are a lot of reading and thinking and discuss about it, discuss with your supervisor, discuss with your friends about it, and come up with your own subject matter experts in that particular field. That will really help you in your viva, after your PhD later. By relying on ChatGPT alone, we have seen a lot of student presentation. We have seen a lot of student presentations in conference, and a lot of them do not even know to answer a simple question in the conference paper presentation. So that is the trend right now. We can use ChatGPT, but use it in the way that can help you grow, not in the way to complete your PhD. So there is that. Normally I will skip this, but I just quickly say if there's any journal editorial team in this Zoom, of any senior researchers, professors over here. In Emerald, we do not allow our reviewer, we do not allow our editorial team to use AI or ChatGPT. Mainly two particular reasons. The first reason is because we believe all manuscript is confidential. We believe all manuscript has to be copyrighted, either to the author or to the publisher. If we were to upload any information to any platform, like it or not, even if you say no, please do not use my data for training purposes. We do not know would it be used in the respond later part. So because of confidentiality and because of data protections, we do not want anyone to upload your manuscripts to any platform. It's just a bit stupid. We are helping the systems to answer future questions. So that's number one. The second thing, how many can tell me ChatGPT is always correct? How many person can tell me? Nobody can say that. So there will be always biasness, reliability factors, inaccurate comments, and so. And because of that, you can use ChatGPT to cross-check your review. Yes. But to rely 100%, no. So that is our commitment in the editorial teams, and also what we told our reviewer as well. So this is all about the review. I just summarized that. We are not allowed that to review, but we do allow reviewers to copy edit their response. But the reviewer also need to declare are they using any AI or not in their reviewer comment. So last but not least, I think I comes to the last sections, a very small sections regarding about retractions. If you are a PhD student right now, or if you are a young researcher, probably this is something that may not be impacting you for now. But, why I raised my hand? Can I pull down my hand? How to lower my hand? Let me say that again. If you are PhD student, if you are young scholar, young researchers right now, maybe you do not have a risk. You don't have a fear of retraction risk right now. But believe me, retraction is real, and we have seen retractions increase crazily in the last 5 to 10 years. Crazily, very crazily. A lot of type of retractions happens. Example, unintentional error, self-retractions, retraction with error, retraction of fraud or misconduct, ethical violations, data origins, and so and so. In MRO, there are also some examples about mismanagement of special issues, peer review, compromisations, and even salami sizing. You can read more about this in the link. But before I go, there are 2 sites that I would like to welcome you to follow. It's not by Amoro, it's by a non-profit society, which is called the Retraction Watch. One is called Retraction Watch. Another one that I did not put it over here, I put that in the Hannah video earlier, which is called The Scully Kitchen. The Scully Kitchen and Retraction Watch. These are the 2 where I get most of the news. What is the trend right now today? So if you are in the Retraction Watch, there are a lot of things that you can actually read about. There are 2 things that I would like to invite you to just quickly have a look into it. The number 1, which is the top most cited retracted paper. Now, this is very interesting. Sometimes we just don't understand why retracted papers still attracting more and more citation. I can tell you that there are discussions right now in the publisher and also with Scopus and also with Web of Science, Private Analytics, where the discussion just say, why are we still counting the citation count for retracted paper? Just a very simple discussion. And this has been going on for the last 1 year. Yeah, around 1 year and so. So there are intentions where Web of Science, Clever Analytics or Scopus would stop counting citation counts from retracted paper, because it makes more sense, right? If it's a retracted paper, why are we still count their citation? It just doesn't make sense. So this is one part. The second part is evidence-based. William, can you show us some evidence where people using ChatGPT? Now, this is where it comes interesting. No part. I'm so sorry. I know this is too small, but they are linked here. You can read that later. So this is actually earlier version of ChatGPT. The current new version of ChatGPT are so impressive, which do not have this problem. But last time, now, if you have using ChatGPT last time, when you ask a question to ChatGPT will say, certainly, here is a possible answer for your question. Last time ChatGPT, last time if you ask anything to ChatGPT first sentence will say, certainly, here is your result. Certainly, this is the discussion about so and so. And this one, certainly, here is a possible introduction for your topic. Sometimes, now this is why we say author is, if you want to cheat, you have to cheat smartly. So this is cheating with no brain at all. Memang stupid lah. But not only the author, the journal editorial team, the reviewer, none of them even know about this. That is just crazy. That is one of the example. This is reviewer example. This is from MDPI. MDPI practices to reviewer transparency in reviewer comment. MDPI. One of the good things that I like. A lot of things that I don't like. But one of the good things that I like MDPI is that they will publish, not all, they will publish the reviewer comment online. So people can read what are the reviewer comments. They wanted to prove that their articles, their reviewers, they are all quality. So with that, they publish transparently. One of the reviewer one of the reviewer comments over here, reviewer number 1 report. He or she, the reviewer, made this 2 review, and after that, he even has this particular word called regenerate response. This is too small. I'm sorry. This is too small, but it's called regenerate response. In the last time ChatGPT, same thing as well. If you have asked ChatGPT a question, at the bottom of the answer by ChatGPT, there is a button. A button called regenerate response. A button. Last time. You click the button, it will regenerate for you. Last time ChatGPT. So this reviewer, they copy the button. He copied the button and paste it over here. So this is regenerate response. So and the netizen of the online, people, they say, even the reviewer copy the button and put it in their reviewer comment. So that was happening. Yes, right now we do not have this button. Right now we do not have this certainly word. Correct. In ChatGPT 5 is very good right now, but I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. There will be a time where technology, it will be improved, where there will be software, there will be system that can track all these things. It's only matter of time. Yeah. So be responsible, be transparent about it, and use it only when you need it. Not use it for the whole manuscript. Use it only when you need it. Right. So I think this is my last right. Yes, this is my last one. If you do not have access, I think Telkom has access to Amolo. But if you do not have it, Ibu Ira or Ibu Ajing can WhatsApp me. I can share with you this PDF. This is not a research paper. This is an editorial paper. It was published in this year March tahun ini from the Electronic Library. So this editorial, the editor-in-chief wrote this editorial note, very short, five or six pages, very short. This is the introduction, very short introductions. After introductions, there are 7 hypothetical scenario with their suggested best practices. This scenario includes data, it includes consent forms, it includes the guidelines, it includes, example, hypothetical scenario number 5, AI, and what is the analysis and what is the best practice in using AI. So why I recommend to read this is because it's 7, very short, 7 different hypothetical. If you want to read all, you can read all, or you want to choose which hypothetical scenario to read, you may do so as well. And you just need to read once. Not only that, this best practices is not only written by editor, it's also double checked by our research integrity team. So our research integrity team has also confirmed that this analysis and best practices is the most ideal, at this current time. So basically that is that. I think where's my thank you slide? So there should be a thank you slide, but nevertheless, so this is a thank you for my sharing. If anyone have any questions, if you would like to open your mic to talk to me, to ask more questions, I feel free to discuss with you all further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, William, for the very insightful presentation and very useful, I think, for all the students. So we have several questions in the chat box. Let's see.
Right.
Okay, the first question is from Ms. Titi Pratitis. Hello, Mr. William. May I ask, you mentioned before there were 3 papers that mentioned AI as a co-author. but in COP, AI can be a co-author. Why did the 3 papers still pass in the Scopus?
Thank you, Titi, for the very interesting and curious questions. The straight answer is that the first paper was published before anybody has the guideline. The nursing, what was the paper name? The nurse education and practice. That was the first paper, and that was the one that viral, they get the perfect storm. And the other two, it was actually a university journal. It was not with Elsevier, not with Emerald, not with Springer Natures and so. And it was published one moment, it was published also before the guideline was actually announced. Either that, if not, the journal itself does not have that particular guideline. The journal itself doesn't have that particular guideline. So now this is something interesting to talk further is that, William, how about those journal that is not in Scopus but listed in Google? Now that is actually very interesting because I have seen there are more than 10. There are more than 10 articles with ChatGPT published already. They are not in Scopus, but they are in they're published now. Now what is the implications of it? So the implication of that would be, what is that journal? Is that journal genuine journal, or is that journal predatory journal? Or second, who are the publisher of it? If it's a international publisher or recognized publisher, normally we do not want to get into this trouble. If we are the publisher, of course we want to stay away from this trouble. We don't want to jump into this hot boiling water. Kita bukan gila lah, kita bukan gila jump into it. But if those journal or publishers still insist of that, they will get a lot of question if they want their journal to be indexed later. So having that article, and down the road they say that, hey, we want to index this journal in Scopus later. Scopus will check ma. Scopus will also going to ask, why you accept such a paper? It doesn't align with Scopus guideline. It doesn't align with COPA guideline. There is a risk of possibility that they are not going to accept this journal in the Scopus. That is a real risk of that. So be careful of it. And be careful of those journal as well. If you are published in that journal, there might be a good chance, that journal may not be able to be indexed in anywhere. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Okay, it's that's clear, Mbak Titi, So next question is from Mr. Andri Wibawanto. William, while the ideation, phenomena, relation between variables, questionnaire are not based on AI, can we use AI only for writing only?
Very good. This is excellent question. Now, this question is always what I normally call in the gray area. Gray area. Again, as Emerald staff, my direct answer would be no. Still a no, because we do not permit using AI to copyright. If you remember the two terminology that I introduced, at the end of these sessions, you just need to remember this: copywriting, copy editing. So according to your questions, can we use AI for writing only? So I think your intention is to use AI to write. If that is correct, then that falls under copywriting. If it falls under copywriting, my formal answer is no. Still a no, because it's copywriting. Yeah, copywriting. But when I said earlier it falls under the gray area, it's actually because if you wanted to get AI some idea, what are the missing point? You can do so, but do not copy paste it. Come up with your own I don't know, ideation, phenomenon, relations between variables, right? And the questions are not based on AI. So probably what? Qualitative?
Pak Andri, ini researchnya kualitatif kah atau Pak Andri mau kualitatif?
Quanti? If it's a quantitative, that would be based on empirical, mainly.
So there will be questionnaire and also data.
Questionnaire and data. Questionnaire and data and so questionnaire and data, basically you are reporting based on the tables and the results of what you have run through.
Variable, how strong the relation will be.
Exactly. If you're using SPSS or using PRS or whatever, then you're basically reporting back to it. The question would be, why are you using AI to report that?
For example, how many paragraphs should I write, and how relationship between paragraph, that kind of things, William.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hear you. I probably may not understand that further. But yeah. If using AI to fill in some perspective that I do not have, I'm not a researcher. But Andri, you are more a researcher than me. William can only talk. But I just wanted to point out the fact is that I'm not exactly a researcher, smart person. I just wanted to say a lot of these things. We can use the easy way, or we can use the other way. So the easy way is to ask and we get the answer. The other one is that we can just prepare that, and then we can cross check with AI to see what are our missing perspective. That is something that I'm using. There's something that I'm using for my own meetings, and for my slides as well. So for that reason, I think yes. But however, for the preparation of it, I would not encourage that. I will not encourage that. That probably is more easier than say, because I'm not the person that writing. Pak Andri is the person that actually writing it. So what I'm trying to say is that once you are complacent, like me, I'm complacent with ChatGPT. Once I'm so complacent, so I'm so used to it, it's very hard for me to get out from that. I'm like, this is my new drug. I'm too addicted to it. So it's very difficult for me to pull out from it. So that is just some point. Thank you, Pak, for the question.
Thank you.
Jelas ya, Pak Andri ya. Okay, next question is from Ms. Sulastri. There's 3 questions. Hello, Mr. William. Nice to meet you. Can you provide information on how to publish an article in Emarat? Is there a link I can refer to for learning more about the process? How does Emarat check the originality of an article and the appropriate use of AI? Is this process conducted manually by someone who review the content? And the last is, according to you, is it acceptable to invite AI to be a discussion partner when developing article content?
Thank you. Thank you for the good questions. The first and 2 questions are very quickly. I would say, Emerald is a publisher. We are more like a gatekeeper. We set the guideline. We set the rules. We also, we are not enforcer, but we are more like investigator. We are the gatekeeper and we are the investigator. Unfortunately, we rely, all the publisher, we rely entirely, if not majority, on the shoulder of journal editors. So the journal editors play extreme importance for us. So to give example, if a journal is very good, Scopus Q1 or SSCI Q1, most of the time it's also because of the journal editors. The journal editors is somebody that very good, somebody that very great, and so. Similarly, some journals are dropping. Some journals are dropping. Most of the time is also because of the editorial team. Probably the editor is too busy to manage the journal, or the accepted of the articles are too low quality, and so. Now, that is just the introductions of my answer to number 1 and number 2. So I jump straight to number 1. Can you provide information how to publish an article? Yes, there are a lot of information in the Amoro website. We have guide on how to prepare your manuscript, how to use Harvard style referencing on how to write a good abstract and things like that. There are a lot. However, from my experience, I can tell you this lah. I do not learn by reading. I learn by trying. I'm a different person. I learn by trying, and I learn by hitting the wall a lot. So give yourself to really try to prepare a manuscript. Then you will know what is the thing that you are hitting and what is the thing that you can learn from that particular journey. The other thing from my learning curve, my learning process, because I always invite editors or editorial team to give a talk. One of the talk, which is next week, by Journal of Consumer Marketing. So I learned a lot from different editors. But believe me, not all editors have the same perspective. So I learned a lot from these editors. What do they think? How do they select article? And so how a lot of them would focus mainly on abstract. They will see the title. From the title, they will basically know, do they want this article or not? If they find that this title is attracting them, they will then read the abstract. After they read the abstract, they straightly decide. Most of them, they will actually decide whether do they want to send for review or just reject. Most of the time, most of the editor will have the same behavior or same habit. It is also the same for me. I'm sorry, I talk too much here, but coming back to the question number 1, can you provide information? The answer is yes. It's available on Amro websites. It's also available in many YouTube channels. But I would suggest you to try it on yourself, practice by yourself, and also join our webinars. From webinars, you can talk to the editors, ask questions to editors directly. That is something that really helps, at least for me. The second one, how does Amro check the originality of the articles? And so, as I said earlier, we rely most of the time we rely on the journal editor. The journal editor, in most cases, they are the subject matter expert. When they see the submission title in their field, they already know whether this article is a good article or not so good article, because they are the subject matter expert. So from there, that is where the discussions of originality comes in. Even without reading the whole manuscript, just reading the title, just reading the abstract, the journal editors can guess what this research is going to, what is the contribution of this article. So that is to answer you the originality. And the use of AI, currently editors does not check AI. I can tell you most journal editors do not check AI. The AI checking is based on our submission system. In our submission systems, there are some elements where we use to check the percentage. I cannot reveal what are the softwares because those are private, confidential systems. But the system in place are here to check the percentage of plagiarism, the percentage of AI returns, and so. So that would give the editors a guideline how many percentage of this article is being percentage of plagiarism, percentage of AI returns, and so on and so. Last but not least, is it acceptable to invite AI to be your discussion partner? I leave it to you, actually, on how you want to use AI. I ask AI a lot of questions regarding about my work, regarding about my life, regarding about my mental health. I try to use AI in different perspectives to see how the response is. Yeah, so that's me. Inviting AI will be a good discussion partner, but ask yourself a question: Is AI a subject matter expert in what you are researching or what you are doing? Would it be even better to ask people in the industry, people in your academia circle, supervisors, your friends, other professors? I'm very, very sure, of course not all, some professors or some lecturers, they are very interested to discuss with you. If the topic, if the discussions, hypothesis is interesting to them, a lot of them would like to talk to you more further. They'll ask you how you gather the data, what do you find out from the table. You say, oh, okay, interesting. Then when you ask them a questions, and if you able to invite them as your co-author, that is a win. At least that is for me, that would be the win. So sorry, thank you for the quick questions. Sorry, I said too much.
Okay, but William, I have a further question about this, about the last question. Yeah. So the editor have the right to final decision about the rejection or acceptance of the paper, or it is early the decision from the reviewer.
No, reviewer provide their recommendation. So they recommend either to accept, minor revision, major revision, or reject. Only 4 options: accept, reject, minor, major. Only 4. So they provide the recommendations. Editor always check the recommendations. But if the editor find that this paper is very potential, editor can choose to go the opposite way. To give an example, we have seen quite a few test paper in MORO where most of the reviewer give major revision. Major revision if not reject, major revision reject. But the editor-in-chief, they share the experience here. Editor-in-chief say that they found the potential of this particular paper, not because of citations, but because of the contribution. The reviewer may not have gone into the contribution side, but the editor-in-chief see the contribution of the article, and then they ask the author to major revise it and review that again. And after the revisions, it become the MORO literary outstanding paper. So we have seen quite a few success story about this. And yes, you are correct. The final decisions are based by the editor-in-chief. If not mainly by editor-in-chief, it's not the senior editors or the editorial team, the top management team.
Okay, thank you, William. So the next question is from Mr. Harry Setiawan. William, it was said earlier that creating, drafting, or writing all of one of a hypothesis or a set of research questions through author input prompts into a generative AI tools or LLM is not permitted. What if the ChatGPT is used as a discussion partner for brainstorming or hypothesis development, but the writing is still done directly by the author? Does the ChatGPT have to be listed as a co-author or not?
Thank you for this question. So for these questions, there are 2 answers. Yeah, there are 2 different questions. There are 2 different questions. I'll separate this into 2 different questions and 2 different answers. The first, the second one, does ChatGPT have to be listed as co-author or not? With or without your context, you need to ask yourself: Do you want to list ChatGPT as co-author? I mean, why would you even consider to list ChatGPT as your co-author, you need to ask yourself this question first. Yeah, why do you want to list ChatGPT as your co-author when the whole world is going against it? So that is a very risky move, and it depends on your intention. For me, I 100% oppose it, but I respect your decision because I do not know what is your intention. Yeah. So that is the quick answer. The second one: what if ChatGPT is used as a discussion partner for brainstorming and for hypothesis development? It is the same question as the third question earlier ago. Using AI tool as a discussion partner is more than welcome. Even for myself, I'm using that as a cross-checking and to listen, to see the missing perspective that I have. I think that is something that I really appreciate, and I think it's could be used for you as the same as well. However, do not copy paste it. Do not copy paste it. If you're using it as a discussion partner, you do not copy paste your discussion partner in your own manuscript. Yeah, you do not do that lah. So if you want to use it as discussions, understand the discussion point. You can do a further 1 level down, 2 level down discussions to find out more. Then after that you can write your own paragraph using the discussion point. For that reason, yes, it is okay, but not to copy paste it. Copy paste it into it. That is no longer a discussion. That is basically your easy way lah, the easy way up. So thank you for the good question. So these two are food for thought for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, William. So the important is the distinguish between the copywriting and copy editing, right? If
Yes,
the copywriting is not allowed, but copy editing is allowed.
For now, I can tell you this guideline may or may not change this year or next year because AI move very fast. AI move too fast already. I can tell you, publisher, we cannot keep up with the new technology. Serious. So this is just the guideline that we have to counter. Sorry, not counter, to govern current technology. But if ChatGPT to release ChatGPT 6 down the road, I would see there will be a new guideline. So you are correct. For now, this is the guideline. We do not know what the future holds for us. Stay tuned to see what are the new things out there. Thank you.
Okay, one final question, William. I'm very curious about another AI that used to analyze the paper, the paper, such as consensus or perspectivity, and it can analyze a PDF file from one paper. Is it can be used or?
So sorry, Boo. Can you repeat again? What software was it?
The AI for analyzing the paper, the PDF file of the paper. So I have
and analyze it to do what?
Yeah,
exactly.
So just I uploaded several PDF file, and then the AI can analyze the correlation between each paper, and this paper said that, this paper said that. Is it okay or not allowed also?
Well, this is also similar on how we use it. It is not under the publish. My formal answer is that it is not under the publishing process. It is still on the research process itself. So for that particular reasons, I do not see any problem under the publishing. However, if you go back to the how we do the research itself, can we use these tools to help us to identify the correlation between different articles? And so I think if I am a researcher or a student, I will probably use it to cross-check it and probably to test my hypothesis to see. But that is just that I will not or I would not, not use the analysis 100% in my manuscript, because that analysis, I'm not sure whether would it be correct or not correct. So it has to be originally done by me first, cross-checked by AI or cross-checked by other people. That would be a good way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Williams. So the time, I think, is very near to the end. Is there any other question from the student?
Is today sharing too technical or too boring?
No. It's very relatable with our.
Okay. I scared I cakap banyak ataupun technical, then everybody haven't wake up.
Okay. I think it's time for end the discussion. But before we officially close today, I really appreciate and very thankful for Mr. William to share your expertise with us today. And on behalf of the Master of Management Program, it is my honor to present this certificate. Yeah, please, operator, certificate from us. Yeah.
Thank you.
For sharing a very valuable knowledge and insight with us today.
Thank you,
operator, and thank you once again, William. Thank you, all the students, for participating in this session. And I think the next session will be on 10:30. So students, please join us again in 10:30. And that's it. I think. Thank you, William, once again, and thank you, students, for all your participation today. And we will see you on the next session of the industrial expertise. Thank you.
Before we go, I just remember to share the poster. If you can go to the chat, I just shared the poster for next week webinar with the editor-in-chief for Journal of Consumer Marketing. So if you are in that particular field and if you're interested, or if you're free to join, feel free to join us on that. Sorry, a small promotion on it. If there is any future opportunity that you would like William to talk more on about publications, specifically, and things like that, feel free. Happy to share. With that, thank you.
And thank you, William. This poster is already downloaded and will be shared with other students that who was not joined in this Zoom. Thank you once again, Williams. Good luck and success for you. Success, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.